Week 104 of the 27-inch challenge. Told you I'm not stopping. There's no set or time date. I'm avoiding the extreme now. So this is some buffets. Again. And this is the freedom to be guilt-free and be contented with your progress. You enjoy. Okay? You enjoy foods that you love, and you're not really into that mindset of the extreme, like this is bad, this is toxic, this is poison food. Don't ever believe those posts. There's no such thing as poison if poison is on the dosage makes the poison. Okay, pizza will be poison if you eat like 20 slices a day. Okay, but if you just eat that once a week, it will not be poison. Canned foods are not poison. It will be poison if you eat it like it's just that every single meal, and you don't eat veggies and you don't take your vitamins. Breads are poison if you eat like a lot of it. Extreme makes the poison. Period. I didn't hit the bodyweight ring training, but I did this. Okay, it's a 20 rep bench. Why 20 reps? Because this is a lighter weight, and I normally do 230 pounds times 7 to 8 reps, right? Maxing out. This day I'm working out with my cousin, a fun training partner. It's a bit of a hassle, a big hassle to switch weights, over and over again. It's not fun. So what I did is I worked it out. I got to stick to his weights, okay, near close to his weight. So I ended up doing 120 pounds. Okay, this is just 120 pounds, 280s, and then 5 kilos, so 10 10s, it's 40 pounds, 120 pounds. So it's very far from my normal 230. So if you compute that, 120 minus 230, it's 110 pounds. And I talked about on my page, and you already seen this on our channel. The formula is for every 10% change in weights, there's a 4 rep change also. Okay, so I have to determine what is the 10% of 230. I normally do 230, 7 to 8 rep max. 23 is the 10%. So how many 23s are in the difference of that 110s? 4.7. So you multiply that by 4 reps, I have to get 18 to 19 reps more. Okay, so in order for me to have the same effect as 230 times 7 in a lighter weight of 120, I have to add 19 reps. so 19 plus 7, 26 reps. Okay, this is the last set, by the way. I ended up doing like 19 reps the first set. I thought I can get 26 reps, but it turns out my endurance is trash. So I just did pause reps, and it really hurts. It really is a good. I'm gonna try this from time to time. Just to challenge myself. High reps is fun. Okay, it's fun to do. Metabolic fatigue when you feel the upper chest burning, or any muscle groups working. This is fun actually. Lighter weight, okay, more than 50% of your normal, and then you bumped in 20 to 30 reps between that. And if you failed, you do rest. I do fail that time. Okay, so this is my cousin's next. I told you it's not far. The purpose is I didn't put the normal weight because I'm accommodating for this lighter weight. to my cousin, so that we do, I do one set, he does one set, and we repeat that. So this is also not his weight, but because we want to be safe, and there's a lot of a lot of things we did before this. We were pretty tired, so chores, actually cooking, so we end up doing lighter weight, higher reps, so that we avoid the injury. Okay, and he also did pretty well, high reps, more than 15 reps. Sometimes it's good to touch those rep ranges, just to kind of challenge yourself. I'm not saying, okay, I'm not claiming anything that it builds more muscle. No. What builds muscle are the reps that challenge you. Okay, even if whether it's on the 3 to 5 rep range, 5 to 12, 12 onwards, 15 up, 30 up, okay, it challenges you. Okay, that's the point. Okay, I wouldn't recommend personally doing more than 20 reps, because it's kind of like cardio, and the last few reps are the ones that count, if it's that light. So I always stick to that 6 to 12. This is just an exception because I'm working out with a fun training partner. Okay, and we switch it off with some calf races. Again, 5 seconds up, 1 2 3 4 5, and then after 5 or 7 of those, I'm gonna go 5 seconds on the bottom, and then after 7 reps of 5 seconds in the bottom, I'm going to pump it out until 7 reps. This is 21s, by the way. 7 7 7 7, concentrating on the upper portion of the rep, the isometric. Another 7 is on the stretch side of the rep after the eccentric, and then another 7 is like up and down, continuous. This burns. This really burns. So you already know, after the upper body, we do the lower body. It's still 2 minimum lower body sessions per week. So it's kind of what works in the schedule right now. So after that, you're gonna see an upper body movement and then the lower body movement. We didn't film all of this, all of the movements we did, but we cover pretty much all the 6 major movements. The vertical, as you can see, this is neck here. We covered all neck, and then the 6 movements, the horizontal movements, push pull, vertical movements, push pull, that's 4, hip hinge squat, and then we do this neck, side delt, rear delt, and then the calves. It's pretty much a 1.5 hour training session, and because it's I go you go style training partner, it takes it takes a little bit of a challenge, because rest is not that long when it comes to this these types of training. Okay, so we didn't do rings. I know this is a ring, it should be a ring session, but it's on the city. This is my home now, the home gym. If you want to be efficient, this is a good way of being efficient in your upper, lower, or full body workouts. While the upper body is resting, or one muscle group is resting, you do the opposite muscle groups. If you're doing push, after that you do pull, and then or legs. Just not the same muscle groups. Don't do chest and then you do chest later, like you're doing a bro split. There's nothing wrong about the bro split, but you're not gonna be efficient if you're still tired, unless you're doing some sort of intensity principle like rest pause training. Okay, we failed to do the ring bodyweight workout. because of the a lot of workloads, vacation schedules, and we have requirements, going to other countries, and we fail to manage time. So we're doing what we can, okay, still not neglecting the consistency. Okay, this is a good movement, by the way. This will humble you. Okay, lateral raise is not more on going to the side. It's more on lifting your side delt. Okay, so your hands can go a lot higher, like you're twitching. It's not more of a raise, it's more of a twitch. It's like more of a flick. Okay, it should be called lateral flicking, not lateral raises. Okay, it's just funny sounding, but it's true. It's a flick. Okay, you flick your side delts, even if it's not necessarily on the side. Your hands are on the side. It can be at the front. Okay, and you don't go all the way down if you want the burn, like what my training partner is doing here. It really burns, and it's fun to do this high reps, because doing it low reps, heavyweight, will not affect the muscle groups. Really, it's on the joints. It will go to the joints and you'll be injured. So this is a good alternative if you are really having shoulder problems. It will humble you, and it will still develop your side delts. So I will do that next. I will be next, but I decided to do curls first because it's my priority. Okay, I will be tired if I do the movements prior to this, so I decided to do curls first. Okay, 15 reps, 15 to 20 reps, slowing down the repetition, and then doing a rest pause. Okay, so a good what I'm doing now on the rest pause is I am doing the same 15 reps, resting 5 seconds, 5 breaths, do the mini set 1, and then rest 5 seconds, mini set 2, and then I'm gonna go for a PR on the 3rd or 4th. Okay, so that's how I progress now on my isolation work. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's not for beginners, but I've been training for a long time, and I can tolerate those kinds of pain, that last bit or rep, of the grind of that last few reps. Okay, they always say you don't grow on the 6, 7, 8 reps. It's on the last few. If the rep range is 12 reps, it's on that 11, 12, and going past that 12 reps. And it's true. Okay, it's just, it all boils down to smartly training harder than last time. How can you train harder than last time without hurting yourself? Okay, that's the definition for me of training smart. How can you maximize your training sessions in a short period of time without hurting yourself, but you're still worked harder than last time? Okay, and this is one way. I'm gonna do clusters, I'm gonna do rest pause, I'm gonna do dog crab training for the rest of my life, because this saves time and it makes light weights hard. Okay, it makes light weights effective, and it makes light weights challenging and progressive. Okay, it's up to you if it's gonna be progressive. For example, for me, on the last set, I go for a PR, meaning if I do like 3 reps on that mini set, or on that 3rd or 4th mini set, I am going to do my best to get 4 reps clean. Or if I'm gonna do a cheat rep for now, I'm gonna do it. Okay, that's one way of doing that, because we don't have like a smaller plate that can add like 2 pounds on the bar. So I'm gonna go for reps, increasing the reps. So if I get like my goal, I'm gonna increase like 2.5 each side of the curl. Simple guys. So after this, I did the lateral raises and the other movements you already saw on the other videos. We didn't film it all because it's gonna be long. This video is gonna be longer if we do that. So I'm gonna talk about now the mindset stuff. So I'm still again avoiding the extreme, as I've said before. Extreme fat loss phases, like you go from 10 kcals per pound of body weight. If you weigh 140, you go for 1,400 calories. Avoid that. I'm avoiding that now because you'll just lose muscle doing it that way. How many grams of protein you can eat if you just eat 1,400 calories per day? How many training sessions can you survive without being like soft and like weak in that session, and you don't hit the required stimulus to maintain the muscle if you eat less 1,400 calories? It's not realistic. Okay, that's why now bodybuilding and physique coaches are prescribing longer cuts because you want to avoid that 10 kcal per pound calorie level. Can't eat a lot of protein doing that unless you're used to bland cardboard eating. Extreme bulking phases, like you stuff your face every other meal or every meal, you get out of control, okay, and you gain a lot of fat. The point of a bulk is to build muscle, not to gain fat. Of course you're gonna gain fat, but that's not the goal. The goal is to gain as much muscle as possible. And physiologically speaking, you're gonna gain fat through that process because you're adding energy to your body. So the formula is for every 3 pounds of muscle you gain 1 pound of fat. That's it. Okay? So be really careful, guys, of the extreme approaches, because you'll lose time. Okay, for example, you bulk, you get out of control, you eat whatever you want and in the amounts you want, and you don't practice discipline and self-control. What will happen? You gain a lot of fat, and then when you cut down, it's gonna take longer to lose that fat, that 30 pounds of fat. And then you result, because of that long process, you want to shorten it, and you get impatient. When you get impatient, you get to that 10 kcals range because it's faster. Yes, lower calories equals faster results, but you will lose muscle if you do that. Okay, you can't deadlift if you are on that range, on that super low calories. And what happens when you can't train intensely anymore? You lose the hard-earned muscle. So avoid extreme. Okay, speaking of that, this is phase 1 again of deadlifting. I haven't been deadlifting for 5-6 months now. So that's the first set. I just picked a weight that I can do, because this is a new gym, right? So when you have a new gym, you are filling out the weight. So I put on 3 50-pound plates. I told you this gym has a very heavy stack of weights. Even the bar is pretty heavy. So I ended up doing 3 plates and doing 6 reps at a time for 1-2 sets. And then I'm this is, by the way, a very good chalk. Okay, one of the liquid chalk. I recommend it, because I forgot, a gym buddy of mine gave it to me. So this is the last set of the deadlift, 3 plates, and I then ended up doing first set 6 reps, second set 6 reps, and then the third one, which is this, 8 reps. Okay, so that's 3 by 6 to 8. So I will not stop until I get this to 8, 8, 8. Heck, even if I can I can progress to 12, 12, 12. We don't know, but for now, week 1, my goal here is, for as long as possible, maybe 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks, up this to 3 by 8 reps. Okay, so I'm supersetting that with some false grip rows. Why? Because I am practicing my false grip. I want to really master that false grip for me to for a stronger forearm. And it's kind of a burn because it's kind of a burn because it's I'm deadlifting and then I'm doing this. And it's also a warm up for the bench I'm gonna do next, because this is a horizontal pull. My back is kind of warm up for the benching next. Okay, while I'm resting, my lower body is resting. Actually, a deadlift is not a lower body movement, it's a full body movement. It's gonna kill you. That's why it's called deadlift. But it's more of, I can do rows, in short. So in order for the workouts to be short, then I did this, the false grip rows. And I'm not doing to failure. I kind of fail at 6 reps and then reset and then do another 4 reps. So bench, this is the last set of the bench. I did 3 sets. The goal today is 7, 7, 8. But as you can see here, because of the deadlifts, I'm pretty exhausted. I didn't get the 8 reps at this last set. I only get 7 reps. I'm gonna be pinned if I did the last rep. So I rack it. Pretty disappointed, as you can see. So I just racked it and rest, and then finish it. Because I want to get it so bad, but I didn't get it. So you see the disappointment in my face. So I'm just gonna pump out 1 more rep, even though I am pretty tired and exhausted. So that's what it means to train hard, guys. You don't need fancy exercise. You don't need fancy equipment. You just do the basics, and then help that basics to pretty much get stronger. Okay, biceps next. Of course, we didn't film all of the exercise. Okay, I did biceps. I switched my leg press from doing leg press, because it's gonna kill you if you do a squat variation after those deadlifts. So I just did like a good leg extension. Okay, for 3 sets of 12. That's it. Okay, because you have to balance it out. So from now on, I'm gonna do that. So we did this neck here, and then this is the side down movement of the day. I found this. They are attaching this to their legs to do leg curl, but I'm gonna experiment. I'm gonna do side laterals with this, and it turns out to be a very good idea. Instead of my hands holding the weight, it's 50 pounds. It's gonna be holding now the wrist. It's gonna be attached now to my wrist. and it hits. Little tweaks like this helps. That's why I always say experiment. Okay, find out what works for you. And now, when I think about it, this is a pretty good idea. It hits my side delts like never before. It's better than the behind the back lateral raise, cable lateral raise, and you really feel here the contraction. Why do we do cables? We do cables because of the tension. Okay, the constant tension it places on the muscle. So you really feel that here when the weight is on your wrist. Okay, and it's not, you're not holding it on your hand and you have to grip it, because my grip is pretty killed after those deadlifts. So that's why actually I did this, and it turns out to be a good idea. This is the benefit of going to the gym. You have options. Options are tools, and when you have a lot of tools, when you're in construction, every engineer will tell you, when you have a lot of tools, the job is pretty much easier to get done. Okay, that's why that's the benefit of the gym versus doing calisthenics or bodyweight movements. The tools. Okay, you have more tools, you have unlimited ways to intensify the exercise. Okay, so this is some Japanese again, like the last week, the Japanese ramen, gyoza, curry katsu, and of course Korean chicken. So Korean and Japanese. This is a hack we do nowadays. We buy desserts in bulk, and that's popcorn. We are out of stock, and it's raining here. It's raining hard. So that's a trick we do now. We buy desserts in bulk so that we save money, and we enjoy the foods that we eat. Instead of buying some small dessert, we eat this, some cupcakes, because it's amazing, and we eat in small portions, and we kind of chug it down with this kind of like a protein shake with fat, a little bit of fat. That's it. See you next week. Thank you for watching. Support this channel, buy our programs. We have free courses. If you're not yet ready, you have online coaching. So see you guys on the next video. Bye bye. Peace.